Hi, welcome to everyone who has logged in to join us this evening to support regional Victoria. We have got people from all across Australia, as I can see in the chat box. We've got people from Geelong, from Ballarat, and thanks to some leprechaun magic, I've appeared on your screens. I think I've also seen some people from overseas. So very happy to have you here tonight. My name is Jacinta Parsons, and I'm going to be your MC for this evening. I'd like to begin by acknowledging the traditional owners of country throughout Australia and recognise their continuing connection to land, waters, and culture. We pay our respects to their elders, past, present, and emerging. Now, we all know, as we've just seen there, that not everything goes smoothly in this little virtual world that we're in. So I thank you in advance. I thank you already for your patience. And if we have any further delays or surprises. Now, if the video or sound isn't working perfectly for you, and I saw someone was like, oh, Karen Clifford says everything's okay again, hit refresh or log out and back in, and hopefully that will sort it out. To the right-hand side of your screen, you will see a chat box, which we're doing a very good job in already. Hi, Andrew Wilson Anand. You're like, why are you talking to me? Hi, Blue Rock, who have got a watching party somewhere. We'll talk about that in a minute. Bendigo, so good. So get amongst it. Have a chat with each other. This is actually, it feels strange after a little while, but you actually feel like you are in this together. Say hi, tell us where you're coming from. And this is the place where you'll end up pledging your support later on in the program. Tonight's event has been made possible by two new event partners, Be Blue Rock Foundation, hello, and Give 52, who we have seen as well. Thanks also for the support from the Foundation for Rural and Regional, which is hard to say, and especially if you have to say Foundation for Rural and Regional Renewal. We've got a few watch parties going on across Victoria, including a gathering taking place in Tullarook, hosted by Give 52. Let's give a little whoop whoop if you're over there. And we've also got a party going on in Melbourne at the Blue Rock offices, hosted by, I know you've encountered him already and you understand what I say when I say scallywag, my ABC colleague, Brian Nankervis. Can we see if we can get Brian up onto the screen? This is so, look at us.
You are.
In the technological world.
Hello, Jacinta.
Hello, Brian.
How are you?
You look delightful. I like jacket and t-shirt.
Yes, I've gone for the black t-shirt rather than the white shirt tonight. I've got a gorgeous mob of people here, Jacinta. We are coming from the Blue Rock HQ. We are having a good time, and to prove that we're having a good time, they wanted to make a little bit of noise. So, Blue Rockers, would you go wild? And can I live? Here we go. Why don't you go wild again, Blue Rockers? Look at that. So many fabulous people. I've been working for the last 45 minutes, Jacinta. As you can imagine, there's been a few true or false questions. People have been put on the spot. I've been handing around party pies and party sausage rolls. I knew you would like that. But look, we have got a wonderful group of people here, and I would like to introduce, to speak to you, the CEO of Blue Rock, Mr. Bruce McFarlane, and also Caitlin Beattie, to share a bit more about why they have joined forces with TFN and Give 52 for this event. Would you make them feel welcome, please?
Thanks, Ron. I don't think I got the memo about the shirts, though. I should have had the white shirt as well. But thank you, Brian, and thanks for the TFN for partnering with us today. It's fantastic. For those of you who have never heard of Blue Rock, like Brian thought we were an ice cream company. We're not an ice cream company. We're actually we describe ourselves as an entrepreneurial advisory firm. So what does that mean? So we've got a professional services part of our business, which is accounting and wealth management, law, finance, a number of different disciplines, as well as an investment part of our business. So where we invest in some of our clients' businesses. But probably the key part of our business, it's why we're here tonight, is the foundation, which we launched last year. And so I've got Caitlin here to talk about the foundation and what that does.
Yeah. Firstly, I just want to thank the Funding Network for allowing us to partner with you for this event, and also want to thank the other partner for this event, Give 52. As Bruce said, we set up a foundation last year. We did a soft launch in December, and really it's just an extension of Blue Rock's care about the community. So we've set up the foundation to inspire philanthropy to build stronger communities. The staff at Blue Rock have voted to support 3 cause areas. So we've got youth mental health, conservation and the environment, and also financial literacy for vulnerable cohorts. The foundation not only allows staff to get involved, but clients can set up sub-funds with their own tailored philanthropic giving strategies. And we're super excited to be doing our in-person launch next month. So look out for an invite in the next couple of weeks for that. And yeah, thank you everyone for joining tonight. Thanks everyone for coming to Blue Rock, and we hope you enjoy the night.
Well done, you two. Absolutely fabulous. Jacinta, it is over to you. And
thank you, Brian. I feel like I need to bring my children out to do a little, party so that we can match.
Are they there?
Oh, no.
I would love to see them. We've done the Blue Rock anthem here. I'd love to see your kids doing that.
All right, I'll organise it at some point throughout this evening. I will have children singing for you.
Yes.
Especially if tonight goes well, Brian Nankervis. So nice to see you. Fresh hair, fresh shirt, ready to go at Blue Rock. We need to say hi as well to the wonderful people who are in Bendigo at Food Share, who are also having a party. We can't hear them, but I'm listening. Yeah, there you are. Very, very. Bendigo Food Share has a party as well. How wonderful. Tonight is going to be fun. Here we are back together almost the way we love it at TFN. So we're going to be going back and hopefully catching up with Blue Rock and seeing their pledges also come into the chat box. Let's get into it, shall we? We're going to hear from 3 organisations which are all focused on rebuilding regional Victoria after the dual disasters of the devastating bushfires and then COVID-19. These organisations have been through TFN selection, due diligence and pitch coaching process, and were chosen to present by an independent panel. Now, each presenter tonight is going to have 5 minutes to tell you their story, and then they're going to answer your questions. You'll see on your screen that there is a button to ask a question and to vote on the best one. So get involved there as well. And after we've heard from all 3 presenters, we're going to facilitate live pledging through the chat room and the real rooms that are actually running around around Victoria right now. I'll give you more instructions when we get to that part of the program in a moment. All right, let's meet our first presenter. Bendigo Food Share provides food relief to charities, community groups and schools across central Victoria. Please welcome their manager, Bridget Bentley, to tell us more.
Hello, thanks Jacinta.
Hi.
I'll get straight into it. Can you imagine going home tonight and not having any food to feed your hungry family? I reckon many of us can, feeling it just even for a moment during the pandemic. The snap lockdowns, the days of panic buying, having to self-isolate after a COVID test. How did you feel? Stressed? Worried? Out of control? It made us do crazy things. Panic buying of toilet paper was ridiculous. What a relief that for us, hopefully those days are behind us and the supermarket shelves are again full. But just imagine for a moment now going to the shops and the shelves are full of things and still not being able to buy them because you have no money, or not being able to get to the shops in the first place because you have no transport, Or having your child say, "Mummy, I'm hungry," and not having any food to offer them. Imagine that this is your reality every single day. Well, this is the reality for the people that we support at Bendigo Food Share. We live in the lucky country, a country full of opportunities for all of us, a country where we make and produce more food than we can consume. So much food, in fact, that somehow we manage to throw out $8 billion worth every year. So if this is the case, how does 1 in every 5 Aussie kids go to school hungry every day? Can you believe it? 1 in every 5 Aussie kids goes to school hungry every day. What does this mean for Bendigo and Central Victoria? Well, in Greater Bendigo, 1 in 9 families struggle to put food on the table at some point each week. That could be your next door neighbour or your child's best friend. We all know the negative effects, the flow-on effects for kids that go to school hungry, poor learning, physical and mental health outcomes. The effects are real, they're huge, and they can be lifelong. And based on these numbers and this information, every one of us would know someone struggling with this right now. But you probably won't know who it is because they're too ashamed to ask for help. At Bendigo Food Share, we rescue food that would otherwise end up in landfill. Our 300 volunteers and 260 partner organisations help us to get this food out across Central Victoria every week to nearly 13,000 vulnerable people through childcare centres, schools and kinders, large charities like the Salvos and St Vinny's, and small community and church groups. The effect of COVID has seen demand rise by 30%. To meet this increasing need, last year we went from sourcing and distributing 755,000 kilos of food to 893,000 kilos of food. That's an increase of 20%, $6.7 million worth of food, all done by our volunteers. But we need to do more. Our warehouse is too small, so we're building a bigger one. But the sad fact is that we're never going to meet this increasing demand. So Bendigo Food Share's new home must be more than just food relief. And this is where we need your support. No child should go to school hungry, and no one should go without food. Because food is essential to life, to live, work and learn well. Bendigo Food Share's vision is to provide food to reduce food poverty. However, we realise that this is only part of the solution to building a food secure community. So we have a bigger and bolder plan. Bendigo Food Share's new home will be a community food hub, an inclusive and inspiring place where people can access fresh and healthy food cheaply and in a dignified way. We'll have a social supermarket, a pop-up cafe, a cooking skills training area and a food garden. And these areas will provide valuable connections to food and community, working with our community to grow, cook, share food and develop skills. We'll provide pathways for social enterprises that encourage pathways to employment and money to make our program sustainable. To realise this vision, Bendigo Food Share needs funding and support, and we want your help to do this by investing in our social supermarket. Our shop will provide food for those doing it tough. It's hard to ask for help. It's hard to receive handouts. Here, people will be able to choose the food they want or they need, just as if they're in their local supermarket. Our goal is that by the end of year 1, we will have helped 3,000 people through our shop. And by the end of year 2, we'll be financially self-sustaining. To do this, we're calling for your help. $500 would cover the cost of a shelving unit. $20,000 will pay for the display fridges and freezers. $30,000 will help us to pay the wage of a young person for a year. Based on other successful models in Australia, we will be able to give a family $110 worth of food for $20. So for $1,000, you could provide 50 families with food for a week. Please help Bendigo Food Share fill our supermarket shelves with food that is accessible for those in our community doing it tough, so that they can provide fresh and healthy meals for their families. Because no one should go hungry. Everyone has the right to dignity and choice, because food is essential for life, to live, learn, work and play well. Thank you.
Actually, thank you, Bridget. That was a brilliant presentation, but of course, more than that, It's brilliant work that you're doing, and definitely have a look at the chat box when you finish here, because there's so much love coming through for what you've been doing in the work with FoodShare. I've got some questions. If you have a question, there is a little poll down the bottom that says ask a question, or you can already just vote for one that you think is a great one. And while you're doing that, Bridget, can I ask you a question?
Sure. Yes.
You were talking about existing successful social supermarket models.
Mm-hmm.
What's an example of one of those?
An example of one, Jacinta, is what they're doing in Geelong at the Geelong Food Relief Centre, where traditionally charities like the Salvation Army might give out a $20 voucher to someone in their community that's doing it tough, to a traditional supermarket like a Woolies or a Safeway. And they literally are able to get $20 worth of food if they're buying food, milk or bread or bananas. Instead of giving the $20 to the person, the charity would pay us the $20, and we will be able to provide, through a whole range of different ways of sourcing food, much more value for money, $110 worth of food.
There's a question that's come through from Blue Rock here this afternoon or this evening. What do you think supermarkets who donate the food think of the social supermarket concept?
Very good question. I think there's probably mixed feelings, but I think generally overall we're talking about such a small market, and I've actually been talking to a local owner of a supermarket in Bendigo, and he is not so supportive that he's offering to offer mentoring and staff to get us up and running and support our supermarket. So from Bendigo's perspective, I think there's a lot of support.
Fantastic. Julie's got a question. Are you seeing new types of families turn to you for help following both the bushfires and the pandemic?
Yeah, we were lucky. We missed out on those bushfires, which was really good. But we certainly were suffering at that time from long-term drought and people needing food relief. It doesn't disappear, does it? And through COVID, we definitely saw a lot of people reaching out for help. And with the winding back of JobSeeker and JobKeeper, we're continuing to see new people coming forward that have never had to ask for help before. It's not an easy thing. We all think that we're going to be okay in this world. It can happen to anyone. I think that's what the pandemic has shown us.
And one last question before I let you go and sit down and put your feet up. How will people in need get to know about your services and the new services?
We do that in lots of different ways. People can get to know through our website, but we're also really active within our community, offering all sorts of food services through our support network that we have through our amazing organisations. The local council has a list of where people can go for help. I think Bendigo is really lucky that we're a very supportive community.
Indeed, and so lucky to have the work that you're doing happening at the moment. Excited to see what we might be able to conjure up for you throughout the evening, Bridget. Thank you very much. And there are just so many messages for you that you need to have a look at. Thanks for joining us tonight, and good luck.
Thank you so much, Jacinta.
No worries. Our second organisation pitching tonight is the Power in You project. It's a holistic support service based in Geelong for individuals who are at risk of challenges related to substance misuse and mental illness. Here to tell us more is founder Kane Nuttall. Hi, Kane.
Hey, how are you? Alone, broken, afraid. No one to call, no one that cares. I never chose to be abused. I never chose to be abandoned. I never chose to live with this pain. I want these feelings to be gone. I can't deal with them, so I do the only thing I know how. I get high. So high I black out, but all my pain is gone. All I want is to be loved and for someone to understand. But instead, all they see is a junkie, a waste of a human, a piece of trash. No one will miss me when I'm gone. I may as well kill myself. This is unfortunately a conversation I have way more than I would like. When we hear the word junkie or addict, the last thing we think of is someone dealing with trauma. But often, because of the stigma, we forget that there's a human inside. In the last 4 years, the Powering You project has supported 180 participants. Who would have thought the majority of those individuals' challenges come from not having the skills to cope with traumatic experiences in their life, not simply just because they chose to take drugs. The Power in You project was created off the back of my own battle with ice addiction and a dream I had to help others that are suffering like I had. At the age of 14, I had an acne condition which caused a lot of sadness, pain, made me self-conscious and willing to do anything to fit in. After being prescribed a medication to help get rid of the acne, the side effects then caused me severe depression and eventually an attempt on my life. I would have done anything to belong. I took comfort in taking drugs, which helped me escape my pain and become accepted. Unfortunately, that led me down a dark and dangerous 12-year journey of addiction and self-destruction. The Power in You project is built on hope, understanding, and genuine care. We know how hard it can be to ask for help, so we made sure if someone builds up to ask for help that day, they will get seen that day. We understand that everyone's journey is different, so we created a space where our participants could work on all aspects of their life to give them the best chance to live fulfilling lives rather than just existing. Our curriculum focuses on 3 core components to achieve lasting happiness: mind through education and achieving goals, body through exercise and healthy living, and spirit through building self-worth and connection. Our mission is to inspire and empower people affected by alcohol and other drugs to achieve lasting change in their lives and become positive, contributing members of our community. Since opening its doors in 2017, the Power in You project has earned its reputation as being the most accessible, non-judgmental, holistic support service in the whole Geelong area. The program has had a 4 times better success rate than the national average, helping to support 4 in 10 individuals to remain sober over a 12-month period, compared to just 1 in 10. We offer a safe space where participants can come and have a chat, a coffee, something to eat, and join in on our programs. We offer group support sessions, which help rebuild emotional foundations and give our participants a platform to grow. We provide art therapy, gym sessions, and self-defense classes to help find positive outlets to channel our emotions. And we run community connection days, which helps promote friendship whilst enjoying each other's company, doing activities like cooking, mini golf, and spending time down the coast or at the mountains that surround our beautiful city. The program has helped our participants reach many different goals, which include fixing strained relationships and reconnecting with family, finding new hobbies and outlets like joining a men's shed or a netball team and supporting them into study and getting work ready. We have supported 55 participants back into employment, with 15 of those having direct pathways through contacts of the program. It makes me proud to say that the Power in You project has employed 2 past participants who are now valued members of our staff and drive hope for other participants coming through the program. Tonight, we are seeking $29,000 of funding to be able to run programs on the weekend. Anything over this amount will help us to continue to develop our holistic hub, where we will have a yoga and art therapy studio and computer rooms. An extra $20,000 would have the external walls replaced and sealed, $40,000 would get the flooring and frames in, and an extra $80,000 would completely finish the construction part of the hub. Today, the 5th of May, 2021, marks the day of me being 6 years clean from ice, the drug that very nearly claimed my life. I feel grateful that I was given a second chance. I've found my purpose in helping others, and I will continue to try and fight to remove the stigma surrounding addiction and what happens in people's lives for them to become addicts. So I ask you, from tonight, when you see someone who is struggling, think about may what be happening in their lives and how you can help them. Because I am living proof, with the right support, your hopes and dreams are not out of reach. Thank you.
And again, thank you, Kane. Thank you so much for that presentation and for sharing your story and other really important ones. And what great success this program has already seen. What do you attribute your success to?
I think, because the program's run by peer support workers, people that have actually lived it, there's a really nice understanding. There's no judgment. There's no stress. People can come and go as they like. We don't set them up for failure. So I think, knowing that there's a nice, safe space where people can come and go and know that, there's a huge, family of people here to wrap their arms around them. I think, that's why we're having some, great outcomes because, we're all providing that hope.
It's incredible. I should remind you, there's an ask a question section just down the bottom of your computer screen. If you would like to ask one, we'd love to hear from you. And if you'd like to vote for one, you can as well. I just wanted to find out about the weekend program that you mentioned. What sort of activities and things will that program entail?
So I think, over the weekend is where, individuals sort of have too much spare time. So what we're trying to create is, on a Saturday, having a breakfast club where people could come and have a coffee, some bacon and eggs, some pancakes, and just connect in the mornings and hopefully, do some more positive things in the afternoon. And then the Sundays, we want to go down the beach or, just do things that are going to, help the guys connect, give them something to look forward to. Because, if you're isolated and your way of dealing with isolation is drug use, unfortunately, you're always going to choose that path. But if these guys have got something to look forward to, on a Saturday and Sunday, I can just about guarantee 80% of them would prefer to be here, having a laugh and, spending time with like-minded people that care about each other, than being alone.
Incredible. A question here from Annie. How many community members would you be engaged with supporting at any one time?
Well, at the moment, we've got about 40 odd. So whether it's, the one-on-one stuff that we do with, guys who have got NDIS, co-occurring challenges, plus we're running 18 sessions a week. So, the beauty of it is we've got nighttime sessions, we've got daytime sessions, we've got weekends, and it's given, the community extra opportunities. So, even our nighttime group, knowing that the guys have got somewhere to go overnight, they're having, between 10 and 12 rock up on a Tuesday and Thursday night. So, it sort of goes in ebbs and flows, but we're roughly, supporting about 40 people at the moment throughout the week.
Amazing. One more question for you before we let you go and relax. This one's from Blue Rock. What medical intervention is there for the withdrawal part of the process?
Program, we're not a withdrawal service. Our program is for people who are either on waiting to go into rehab or detox, and where the support when they get out of those things. Yeah. Unfortunately, there's for the public system, there's so many bigger wait times. No matter what kind of service you're trying to get into. So we're that support where people can come, while they're waiting, and then back to help them reconnect with their community after they come. But we've got other organisations who we refer to for that kind of thing. Who knows, one day, we might have our own detox part of the service. But, for now, we're just focusing on making sure that people have got that wraparound care when they are left to their own devices, when they're exited back into the community.
First things first, hey, Kane, thank you so much. Lots of really lovely messages as well for you to have a read and feel great support and encouragement for what you've been able to share with us tonight. Huge good luck. Let's hope we raise some great money that you can do some good work with tonight.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate everyone coming on tonight.
It's great. Thank you so much. Wonderful. All right. Well, our third organisation tonight, Youth Live for Life, based in the Macedon Ranges, saves young lives in rural communities through mental health education and suicide prevention. Please welcome Bernard Galbally, CEO, to tell us more about their programs.
Hi, Jacinta. Thank you. Our students were angry. angry with each other, angry at themselves, angry at life in general, and well-being staff were left devastated and bewildered. It was harrowing. I received these words from a school principal in rural Victoria after a 14-year-old girl took her own life. She was someone's daughter, sister, cousin, friend. And sadly, this story is not unique. Suicide is the leading cause of death of young people in Australia. And what is worse, Australia's suicide rate is 40% higher in rural communities than in metro areas. And we know that 63% of young people living in rural and regional communities can't access the mental health services they need. We simply don't have enough doctors, counsellors, psychologists, therapists to look after everyone. But young people, wherever they live, should be able to live full lives. That's where Live for Life comes in, saving young lives in rural communities through mental health education and suicide prevention. So what does Live for Life do? We teach young people about mental health and well-being and how to prevent suicide. We teach them to know the difference between a good day and a bad day, and to understand the difference between a bad day and what may be an emerging mental health issue. We teach young people how to look after themselves and, importantly, how to look after their mates and where to go for help. Because we actually know that young people will reach out to their friends first when faced with a mental health issue. So they need to know how to support each other. I'd like to share with you a story about how Live for Life really works. It was the day before the recent statewide 5-day lockdown. A Year 12 boy had a plan to kill himself. But a mate noticed him acting differently. He noticed him withdrawing. You see, his mate had recently done Live for Life, and armed with what he had learnt, he asked his mate if he was thinking about killing himself. He was. So his mate then reached out to a trusted adult and was able to get the support that his friend needed. It was because of what he had learned through Live for Life that he knew how to approach his friend and what to do. But Live for Life is more than just mental health education for young people. It's about the whole community. We deliver mental health education training to teachers, parents, carers, to sporting coaches, canteen workers, the school bus driver, and other community members, all getting trained up to add more protective layers that support young people. And most importantly, Live for Life is led by young people. Local students from years 9 and 10 form the crew, and they are trained and mentored, becoming mental health ambassadors, delivering key community and school-based events focused on Year 8 students. We have trained more than 11,000 students in mental health first aid and over 1,400 adults, and 30 community members have been trained up as mental health first aid instructors. In Macedon Ranges, where Live for Life began 10 years ago, 25% of the population has received mental health first aid training. And our 2 independent evaluations show that Live for Life works. Our life-saving work is highlighted as a case study in the final report of the Royal Commission into Victoria's mental health system, showcasing, and I quote, innovation in community-led mental health solutions for young people. Live for Life is now in 6 rural communities, and we have a wait list of over 20 more. but we can only grow as our funding allows. If we can raise $20,000 tonight, we can train up 5 local community members to be mental health first aid instructors. $50,000 will see Live for Life go into 1 more community, and $100,000 will allow us to scale to 2 more rural communities. The school principal that I quoted at the beginning has seen firsthand the impact of Live for Life. It has saved a life already in her community this year. That school principal is now champion of Live for Life. I hope you'll join us. Thank you.
Incredible. And you'll see again by the reaction in our chat box, Bernard, that there is an enormous amount of enthusiasm and excitement for the program. So thank you so much for your presentation. If people have got questions, you know where to go down the bottom of this screen to put a question in, and you can vote for one if you like it. But to kick off, I've got a couple of questions for you, Bernard. How do you work out which communities are the most in need for you to go to?
It's a really good question. We actually work with communities. Communities come to us, so Live for Life is not something that gets imposed on communities. They've all, unfortunately, been impacted by suicide or mental ill health. We work through an expression of interest process, and we sit down with them. Hopefully local government are there, schools are there. We see if they've got the capacity and the capability to take Live for Life on. Local communities need to invest in the model, and we're building up the capacity of the whole community. So there is a process. It sort of takes 6 to 12 months. We sort of map with the community about what is currently being delivered around mental health, and we form partnerships within that community.
Talking about that community, actually, another question I had for you is that sustainability, and you've mentioned a little bit of it here, but it's very much about community involvement so that this program can live on beyond the education model.
Absolutely. The way we build sustainability is by communities investing in it, whether that's cash or in kind. I think one of the best things that happened to me, I was down in Glenelgshire, Portland, and I was helping out down there. It was a Live for Life event for Year 8 students, and there was a guy from Rotary on the barbecue, and he asked me who I was and what I did, and I explained, and he just looked at me with his quizzical eye, and he said, I thought we invented Live for Life. And it was, there's nothing better than when a community owns it. Live for Life began in Macedon Ranges, and now it's just fully embedded in there. It's part of the fabric of the community. Incredible.
Just a couple of really quick ones. Are you receiving any government support? Is a question from Blue Rock.
We have. We actually, in 2017, when we trialled Live for Life in 2 other communities outside of Macedon Ranges, Origin did an evaluation, and that got us the attention of state government. They funded a 2-year evaluation of Live for Life, which was completed in the end of February last year, and they are currently supporting us in Glenelg and Benalla. Philanthropy and people's donations is what supports us in our other communities. And, let's put pressure on the state government. We've got the Royal Commission. We're highlighted as a case study in the Royal Commission. Let's bring your local members and say they should be funding Live for Life.
Brilliant idea. Let's all get on the phone line for this. And last question for you. Who is training the trainers?
It's local community. We use Mental Health First Aid Australia's a suite of products, and we train up local members to become instructors. So it's through Mental Health First Aid Australia, which is a evaluated model that's been going for a number of years and is actually out there in about 25 other countries besides Australia.
Wonderful. Yes, it's been so lovely to hear from you tonight and to meet you. Congratulations on the work.
One last thing, Jacinta, I did put in an actually there for you. Don't know whether you noticed.
That's a little callback from the show today on the radio. I didn't know because I thought I did as well. Yeah. So nice So nice to hear from you. And thank you again for your work. Please read the comments because you'll get a sense of what a great job you did this evening. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Woo! How incredible. Here we are again. I haven't had this opportunity for a couple of weeks, so I'm so excited to be back here with TFN and having the opportunity to hear about the work that gets done around our community. It's so inspiring and invigorating. So let's see what we can do to work together to raise some much needed donations to support their efforts. This is how it's going to work. We're going to invite an advocate for each program up to the screen who's going to kick off the pledging. Then we're going to open it up to everyone who's watching, who is, out there in those party zones, eating is it party pies, Brian? Yes. And party sausage rolls? Correct. So you can also pledge, and we'll be reading out your pledges from the chat box. So, yes, we're going to relax and make sure we wait for a moment to get our first pledges going. If you'd like to make a pledge, enter your name. Well, Julie McDonald, you've got to relax, Julie. Not just yet, but $300 from Julie. That's an example, is it, Julie? I can't hear you, but I think that's what you're doing. If you'd like to make a pledge, you need to enter your name as Julie has done and the amount you want to pledge. And I'm going to read it out. And do not worry, although I'm very skilled at this job, if I do miss your pledge, we will always go back through the chat box and make sure that everyone's pledges are counted. We're going to go through each program. Julie's saying, I am just giving an example, although it did feel like a pledge, Julie. That's all I'm saying. We'll go through each program in the same order they presented. So save your pledge until we're collecting for that program. And when we're done, we're going to do a second round, just a really quick one in case you were like, you know what, I have got $20,000 that I just found and I would like to give it to you. All the pledges that you make are tax deductible and pledges start from just $100. There's no upper limit, so don't be shy. If you're having any tech issues as well, or if you would prefer to give privately, you can also text, there we go, the number that has just appeared in the chat box. Our event partners, Be Blue Rock Foundation, let's hear it for you. I'm imagining there's a massive screen. And Give 52 as well. They've joined forces and made the generous offer to match a total of $30,000. So that means every pledge is going to be matched up to $10,000 per organization. It's an amazing opportunity to leverage your donations. It feels so good when what you pledge immediately gets doubled until we get to $10,000. All right, let us start with Bendigo Food Share and their advocate, Kathy Steele. This is where I smile and wait for Kathy to come. And if Kathy doesn't come, then I play the role of Kathy. But I feel confident. I can feel Kathy making her way through the World Wide Web to make her way to the screen to tell us how she feels. This is where I look at my phone. But I feel very confident that Kathy, who was going to advocate for Bendigo Food Share, is just maybe finishing her 5K run, coming through the door, and is about to let you know that she's very excited. Kathy's coming is the message in our chat box. I can't wait to meet Kathy. The intense excitement and expectation that we now sit here with is bubbling to almost overflow. Who's Kathy? I'm going to imagine that Kathy has brown hair. Let us see if we can find. Liam and Day McDonald have said, let's try another river dance, conjuring another leprechaun moment, because I was also lost in the vortex earlier this evening. And let's hope that Kathy finds her way through. I will be soon. There's no Kathy. All right, I'm going to play the role of Kathy. Are you ready? Hi, it's Kathy, wanting to share with you why I love Bendigo Food Share. Why do I support Bridget's Brid for Bendigo Food Share, you might ask? because Bendigo Food Share works with our community to strengthen food security for over 12,000 people per week. It is a win for the community, a win for individuals, and a win for the environment. Your social supermarket will provide more dignity, choice, and skill development to help people get out of food poverty. No one should have to go without food. Your work deserves our support. Oh, Kathy, that's a beautiful thing that you have said. Kathy is going to kick off the pledging tonight. Are you ready? With $400. Let's see how that works. We've got a bang. Now it's $800. Kathy, $400. Now we're going to be taking pledges for Bendigo Food Share. This is the exciting bit where, Kathy did look a lot like me, and I think she has a gorgeous personality and beautiful. But this is the time for you now to put your enormous enthusiasm for what we heard about Bendigo Food Share. Annette has just done $200 from Annette and Dave to Bendigo Food Share. Thank you. Annie Duncan, $500. Thank you very much. Raymond Kent, $100. Liam says, great Kathy impersonation. I have been practicing it, and finally I had an opportunity. $500 from Adam. Thank you very much. This is from the Blue Rock Party, I do believe, which we're having a great time with. $3,400 is what has happened. $100 from Lauren. Thank you very much, Lauren. $500 from the Millet Road Maker team. Enjoy the new shelving rack. Thank you very much, Sarah, for conveying that from the Millet Road Maker team. And look at that already, $100 from Christine and John. And we're already knocking on the $5,000. Hi, Kathy Steele. I'm here, just not on screen. Kathy, help people get out of food poverty with your social supermarket. Thank you, Kathy. And your words were beautiful, and I'm glad I got to speak them for you. Sue Clark has sent a proxy for $200 for Bendigo Food Share and would love a match. And we do love to match with Sue Clark. Can we tell you that? $150, Bedri. Thank you very much. $100 from Alana. Thank you, Alana, very much. And Blue Rock is saying, love your work, Bendigo Food Share. Annie Duncan, $500, please, says Annie Duncan. And look at that. Bang. Annie Duncan has just made, well, effectively $1,000. Online viewers, we challenge you to 5 $100 donations. That's a Blue Rock Party trying to, get the people who are sitting at home with Ugg boots on to move it, which we will do. Jason says $200. Michael Barr, hi Michael Barr, says I'll match Sue Clark's $200. There he goes. Julie's going to take the challenge. Blue Rock, $100 from me. I love food. Oh, that's relevant. Incredible. And we do love Julie just explaining how she feels as well. $200, happy to help. Thanks, Ben Holgate. Nikki Reynolds, you are wonderful. $200, thank you. $500 in the room for Paula and Angela. Give yourselves a high five and everyone go crazy for them. Thank you very much. $100. Thank you, Michael Barr, from you. Paul B, damn, got me with the Ugg boots. I know. How good is a night at home in your Ugg boots? $100. Thank you, Paul B. Frankie Airy will also match Blue Rock, $100. Thank you. At the party, Andrew's completely excited and says $200 for Food Share, please. Thank you. Tony Morgan. Thank you, Tony Morgan. $200. How much fun is this? Brian Nankervis, who joined us earlier today, this is his first time. Let's show him how we do it. We're up to $10,900 raising money for Bendigo Food Share. I feel like we can do a really good job here for some of the incredible work, as we always say, that's being done in our name. There are people working extraordinarily hard to ensure that we have equity through our communities. And what a way to do this. $10,900 thus far. I'm feeling good though. I'm feeling like we have got more to give. Are there more people at home in their Ugg boots who are like, it's so true, I didn't go out on the weekend? Oh, Katrina Sparkle, matched by Trinity, $100. $100 from Brian, $100. Simon, $100. Tabitha, $100. Bruce, $100, which in total is $600, which I'm sure you've done already. Peter Duncan is going to pledge $500 in lieu of a fancy meal out with 6 friends, but he would like someone to buy the wine, which he thinks will be around $250. Peter Duncan, I want to come and eat and drink with you because you seem to do a very good job of it. Susan Ryan, Sue and Dave, you're a good team. $100 from you guys. Thank you very much. Michael Barr's going to get the wine. $250. What is it, Michael Barr? A Pinot? A Chardonnay? Let us know. Julie says another $150 from Frankie Airy. Thank you, Frankie. What a great name you have. And we are looking gorgeous at $14,100 this evening. Very nice to have. Oh, Chateau Neuf de Pape. I don't even know what those words mean, Michael Barr, but I'm very excited that it exists. And in our virtual reality, we are all drinking it. I miss Caroline Johnson. Caroline, thank you very much, $200. And Peter says thank you. He will throw in another $300 to say thank you to Michael. I love that I am the conduit of all the love that comes through the TFN love machine, which is our chat box. $15,100. We do know that we are being matched all the way up to 20. Pope's Newcastle, says Ben Holgate, now that we're on the wine conversation. I don't know about that. Michael Barr will let us know. Chateau Neuf de Pape. If you have any more that you would like to pledge, we would love to receive it for Bendigo Food Share this evening. You heard Bridget and her wonderful pitch this evening explaining how dignified it is to go and receive food that is much needed. Annie Duncan says $500, please, but she is definitely after a match. And I do believe Claire Murphy just said, well, hello, I would love to. That's $500 from Claire Murphy. Thank you very much. And Annie, together, you have become a power couple. We're at $17,100. That's how easy it is to make it look brilliant from our end. As we know, we've got some match funding, which helps things very, very much, $10,000. If you want to text your pledge in as well, because you just feel like it, 0447 655 245. But we do love to have you be part of this because it's so much fun. So we need $20 to get $110 worth of food. I'll buy 5 families food, so $100 from me. That's Julie, wonderful Julie. Anyone want to join me? I think that is so compelling. And with that 100, as we have said, you'll just see it go bada bing, bada boom, and we will have a very good result there. It sounds like a very good way to think about it, Julie. $20 does get $110 worth of food. What a great way to double, double, double. Annette says, Ross and Ange, thanks, Ross and Ange, $100, thinking in the same way. Let's see if we can get 5 people to match Julie's intention here. So we've got one. Thanks, Ross and Ange. Holy moly, Peter Duncan would like to buy 7 families food, a round up by $700. I feel like we have absolutely done that. Our numbers are looking wonderful at $18,900. But that's very close to an exceptionally happy outcome for our match funding this evening. So if you have an ability to perhaps pledge and support Bendigo Food Share in another way, Katrina Sparkle, who has possibly the best name going around, $100. And she says, yeah, well, 5 more families. Absolutely, Katrina Sparkle. What a great name. Bring a bit of joy just by being alive. 19,100. We know that looks good. Have the experience of have your pledge doubled when you throw it in for another $900, but $450 if you get my drift, to take us up to 20,000. Kristen Lark, hello, Kristen. We've got a $100 from Kristen. Very wonderful to see you in the virtual chat box world. $19,300. I do feel compelled to take it all the way to a beautiful round number because I can feel Bridget's energy and, of course, Kathy's energy And I feel like as the role of Kathy, I'm very, very keen for you to make it all the way to $20,000. We'll give it just a few more moments to see how we can go for Bendigo Food Share for our first run through. See if we can make, I just want Bridget to feel comfortable just for the next little bit so she can breathe out. Elizabeth Taylor, $500 from the Peel Fund. Thank you very much. That makes it look incredibly wonderful. And Caitlin with an exclamation mark says $100 from me as well, please. Incredible. $20,250. We need to say that that is a wonderful start, unless you have just that $10,000 that you've got in your pocket. But congratulations. What a brilliant way to kick off. Oh, the Camler. I love it when Sean Camler just comes in on the side there. $500 from the Camler family. Thank you, Sean, very much. As Julie says, amazing, Elizabeth. And oh, Sean, thank you. That's $20,750. You know we love even numbers, but I won't push it too far. In our first round with Bendigo Food Share, $20,750. What a great, it's only Wednesday night. And look what we do. Some of us are wearing Ugg boots. And a round upperer from Frankie Airy. Thank you very much, Frankie. $250. You know, for all of us that love a little round number, that was a gift. And more of a gift to Bendigo Food Share. $21,000. If you're in a room where there are other people around, get those elbows out, do a little cheer. Hopefully Brian is dancing for you right now, or wherever you might be having parties. It's time to do a little, shared joy. And a huge congratulations for our first round with Bendigo Food Share. Elbows are out. Very good at Blue Rock. All right. Let's see how we go. Moving on to the Power in You project. Let us hope. Bendigo Food Share says, wow, thank you so much. I love that bit. It's so exciting when we see the joy from the people who have just received themselves some money this evening. Thanks so much, everyone. We're going to move now to the Power in You project and their advocate, Carly Post. And I'm looking forward to meeting Carly this evening and hearing why they would like to support. There she is.
Hi.
Hi.
So my name's Carly, and I was fortunate enough to meet Kane through my work on the board of directors for the Geelong Community Foundation, and it is my absolute pleasure to advocate for Kane and the Power in You project. After meeting Kane, I was so inspired by his passion and dedication that you guys all saw tonight, and the incredible outcomes achieved by the Power in You project to date, that I've actually donated my own time and resources to the program. Kane and his team have overcome a lot of adversity to get to where they are today. And what has impressed me most is the level of authenticity and selflessness. This program has never been about Kane or his team. The focus has always been firmly on the program participants. Working with Kane and having spent some time in the drop-in centre, I've witnessed firsthand the remarkable impact that this program is having on our community in an area that so desperately requires it. Kane and his team are giving people hope. They're helping them to reconnect with their community, and most importantly, they're helping them to build the capacity to live a much happier life. In my opinion, much of this success comes from Kane's own lived experience, his philosophy that we don't care what you did yesterday, we only care what you'll do tomorrow, and the fact that he treats all people with kindness and empathy, genuinely wanting better for his participants and their families. I would like to pledge $750 and hope that you'll join me in supporting this incredible organisation that is truly making a difference. Thank you.
Thank you. From one lounge room to another. That is just a wonderful way to kick off. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Wonderful. So we've got $750 from Carly, the Power in You, and we were all moved and very, very excited by the work that Kane has been doing in this particular field. The Power in You project. Let's see what we can do. Remember how much fun it is to see your pledges double. When they arrive, we've got $10,000 match funding that will be added to your pledges. So it's a wonderful experience to see the power being leveraged in the way that it can. The Power in You project, I just want to make Kane happy. And obviously for the work that he does is very, very important. But as Carly mentioned, that passion certainly needs to be rewarded with our support this evening. So Wendy Brooks has kicked off. Thank you, Wendy. $250. Tioni, $100. And Jacko, $100. Thank you. Marco says, you know what? $200 for me. And we say thank you. And just like that, $2,800 has been raised for the Power in You project. Wendy Brooks, we've got that one. I think we've already got that one. So I won't say it again because it will confuse things. Paul and Angela, who are a great team, $500. Thank you. Nikki Reynolds. Hi, Nikki. I believe you must be in UGG boots. $200. Thank you. Luke has said, you know what? $400 for me, please. Hi from Tullarook. Yes. Auntie would like to give $100 donation. Thank you. Lovely to know that you're out there, Carolyn. Well done to Kane. Wendy Brooke pledged twice. Wendy Brooks, $250 in addition to that initial one. That's a fun way to do it, Wendy Brooks. I love it. Cynthia has said, love your work, Kane. $200, please. Blue Rock, apparently we're going off here. Well, I'm also having a brilliant time in my lounge room, so I hope you are wherever you are. Natalie says $100 from your babies, Emilio, Ivy, and Ava. Yes, how exciting. Mary Jane, $100. Tony McManus, $200. Thank you, Tony. Peter wants to get this party started, $200, but he'd like matches from anyone in Geelong. And can I say, if you barrack for Geelong, you're obviously a very good person. Auntie says if there were any other West Coast supporters in the room to match her, please. I will respect you at this moment, Auntie, while we are in positive affirmative action around West Coast, trying to get some good things happening as a result of barracking for that team. $7,300 is what we've just done. Let us think. Well, Peter wants to get the party started. He wants matches from anyone. $100 from Andrew and $500 from Annie Duncan. Oh, I missed it. Where are you, Annie Duncan? Good on you, Annie Duncan. And Peter's going to match you back within reason. So, Peter, Claire Murphy, $1,000. Proxy coming through, which just becomes two. Carly's like, yes, Claire. $120 from Ryan. Thank you, Ryan. If I say those two words, you're going to give $100, Carolyn. Are you? Go D's. There we go. We just supported a $100 donation from Carolyn to say horrible things out of my mouth, which I do very pleasingly. Very happily will say such things. $10,940. It's Wednesday night. You know, people are out, you know, on the gym equipment or walking the dog. We are instead indoors raising money for the work that people are doing in our name, the hard work, the important work that is happening around regional Victoria. As Angelique Perry says, love this concept, as do we. Last time I was in Tullarook, Tim Rogers was playing at the Tullarook Hotel, $100, and match me if you're a Tim Rogers or UMI fans. Come on, totally. There's got to be that. Annie Duncan, $500. This is just torture. Annie Duncan wants me to say, go Tigers. Oh, it's even worse. Go Tigers. Oh. There you go, Annie Duncan, $500 for you. This is like torture. $100 from your favourite in-laws, Rhonda and John. I don't think you're my favourite in-laws. I think you must be Kane's in-laws. Hi, Rhonda and John. $500 from the Camler family. Go Blues. Thank you, Blue Rock, for your matching support. And indeed, how enjoyable it is to get matching support that takes us already in our collection to $13,340. $200 from Kendra and Georgia. They've done it via text. You can also text us if you would like to, and put your text in that way. 0447 655 245 if that's the way you'd prefer to go. But it's awfully fun to have you join us here, either in person or online tonight. Thank you. We're about to read out a really great one. Nathan Jones is one of the great ones. $200. Thank you so much, Nathan Jones. And Peter can't keep, but he has just matched your donations. Peter, to $1,300. Woohoo. And we'll just see that jump up to now $1,600 at $740. Dion just says, love working with you, Kane, which is as good as any contribution this evening. Joe Hastings, on behalf of her grandchildren, and Lewis, she wants a better future for her grandchildren. And that's a beautiful sentiment, Joe. Thank you. $500. Tom says, well, how about 100? And we say, love it. Angelique Perry is just enjoying the experience. And we love you, Angelique, for giving us some very positive emojis through the chat room function this evening. Dion, who had mentioned before that he loved, was that you, Dion, that was loving working with, yes, well, we'll go back to that in a second. Dion has said, yeah, love working with you, Kane, and now says $200. Thank you, Dion. Lockie Hibbert, $500. Thank you so much, Lockie. Julie, who's very good, love Kane and his work in Geelong, so $100 from Julie. Thank you very much. And Ben Holgate says $200, please. $50 from Marky Mark, best name ever, and the Funky Bunch, perhaps. And that's Caldwell, Marky Mark Caldwell. Thank you very much for that. Oh, and just like that, when you don't keep your eyes on the prize for a moment, we're up to $20,020. Tony Morgan says, though, let's do a little bit better than that. I'd like to give Kane and the Power and You Project $200. We have another $250 from the wonderful Frankie Airy. Thank you, Frankie. Takes us to $20,470. So exciting. So great to have you joining us, as I said, either in the comfort of your own lounge room or with the excitement of people around you, which is truly an exciting thing for the year that we went through, doing so many of these online. Lee says $150, please. We say thank you, Lee. What a wonderful thing. $20,620 is what we have raised so far for the Power in You project, which is very exciting. It's our first round, but your contribution is incredible. How are we feeling? Do you think we've reached where we'd like to reach? You know how I feel about uneven numbers. It definitely affects Julie as well. $500 from Annie Duncan if any regional online want to match. Let's do it. Let's just take this just to another level, as it were. Annie Duncan is throwing down 500 if any regional online want to match, question mark, exclamation mark, which is a great way of saying, I know you will, even though it's a question. There's a hope in that question from Annie Duncan tonight. If any regional online want to match, I am sitting here patiently. I've been meditating lately. I can sit here for a very long time. If you'd like to match Annie Duncan, we know we'll make Annie Duncan very, very happy. And there's nothing better than making Annie Duncan happy on one hand and raising money for the Power in You project. Those two things, what a great night out. What a great night out. Still waiting for that match. I feel good about it. Even if you'd like to contribute to that match, perhaps in a smaller way, even if you're not a regional, if you're just very metro, and you'd like to contribute. We could make it to the second round, or I could just keep talking for the next, 10 or so minutes. Let's not do that. All right, Michael Barr, I knew I'd get him. Michael Barr, $500. Carly, you get exclamation mark and capitalization, Michael, for that. See, it does help sometimes. So we've got, yes, thank you for saving Jacinta Michael. Yes, I deeply appreciate it. So we've got Annie 500 and Michael 500. That's what we've done. Go, Michael, the bar hero. Fantastic. Kane, I love seeing Kane in there saying, thanks so much, everyone. This is truly amazing. It's our first round. We will return to this in a quick second round because you never know sometimes. Kane's very grateful. We're grateful, Kane. So fantastic. Congratulations, everybody. If you are in a room, get out the elbows, celebrate. I don't know what's happening in these rooms. I'm imagining you're having lots of fun. Frankie Airy would like to add 250, which just enters to salute Regional Victoria. Love it, Frankie. What a great name you have too. That takes us to 21,870. Elbows are back out. We can't see you, but it's as exciting to read elbows are back out as to see the elbows. I do want to leave this, but I do want to say that 21,870 is an uncomfortable number. And you know how we feel about uncomfortable numbers. I'm happy to move on. I'm happy to breathe through it. But if you did just want to jump in with just 130, you know what I'm saying? Just a sweet little thing to keep us at a nice round number. It'll make us, I think it's good for the number spirits. Thank you, Brian. Brian, $130. $22,000 with love just to help us out. Thank you so much. $22,000 is raised at the moment for our first round for the Power in You project. Did I mention that this is just a Wednesday night? And this is how we kind of roll. We sit in front of our computers. We potentially have a lovely evening. We possibly in a room with people, and we're raising money for organizations and projects that are doing incredible work in our community. So it is time for us now to look and see how we can support Youth Live for Life. Let's invite their advocate, Laura Crozier, to speak.
Thanks, Jacinta. I was sitting at the kitchen bench with my dad about a year ago talking about Live for Life. And to set the scene, my dad is your classic, burly, wood-chopping country guy, and he was brought up in a generation where emotions weren't necessarily spoken about. In contrast, he ended up with me for a daughter, and I have been volunteering for Live for Life, a suicide prevention initiative, and I talk about I've been volunteering for 5 years, and I talk about my emotions very openly and very honestly. So we're sitting down having this conversation about Live for Life, and he asked me point blank, Laura, why do you do it? Do you actually believe that this program works? The simple answer was yes, but that answer doesn't encompass how much I believe in this program. So being true to myself, I answered him openly and honestly. I said, yes, Dad, I do believe it works because I truly don't know if I would be alive today if it wasn't for Live for Life. The skills that Live for Life has taught me has enabled me to be able to get out of my darkest days. It taught me the skills I needed to be able to help myself at that time, and my friends had helped me when I needed it as well. And those skills have stayed with me. From the 14-year-old girl who had some pretty unhealthy ways of dealing with her emotions to the now nearly 20-year-old who has been struggling recently, but had the confidence and the courage and the skills and knowledge to understand what I needed to do in order to get help. So Live for Life is saving lives left, right, and centre, and mine was one of those. To show my support and my true belief in Live for Life, I want to pledge $500 to start the pledging. Thank you.
Thank you. People are saying Laura Crozier, complete legend of a human. Thank you, Laura. What a wonderful start. And your $500 has already become $1,000. We know that we've got match funding that will double your pledge until we get to $20,000. And that feels really good. Andre's like, bang, $150, please. George said, well, what about $100 from George? Thank you. Annie says, creating a new narrative, educating all generations. I think that's a beautiful way to put it. $150 from Angelo. Thank you, Angelo. 100 from Julie to kick it off for Laura, and what a great young lady she is. Tommy D's in the house, $100, proxy. Raymond Kent, another great name. You could be a detective, $100. Simon, $150. Thank you, Simon. 100 from Andrew. Thumbs up to Andrew. Oh, $1,000 from Paul Higgins. Thank you very much, Paul. And P. Neal, $500 is a proxy coming through, Andrew. Thank you very much. I wonder if it is P. Neal. Hope so. We're very, very grateful. Trinity, $200. Thank you very much. Susan, $500. Can I get a match? She says. Can I get a witness for Susan? $500. Please don't leave her hanging. We love her and we need her looked after. Andrew says, $200 for me, please. If you would like to text your pledge, you can do so on 0447 655 245. Francis as a proxy, Francis Gulbally, $500, please. Thank you very much. We're at $8,700. Sarah Hardy, $250. Thank you, Sarah. There's lots of Andrews here. Hi, Andrews. If you're an Andrew and you're in the public arena right now, stand up, take a bow. $250 from Bruce. Great name, Bruce. Love it. $200 from Emma Goodsir. Thank you, Emma. Okay. $5,000 from Paul and Anton. Hang on. No, say that again. $5,000 from Paul and Angela. Angela, thank you so much. And as you know, that $5,000 became $10,000 as it was matched in the funding by Blue Rock. Thank you so much. Wowzers. Fantastic. $500 from Adam as well. I'm still reeling from that. That was an incredible experience. $400 from the amazing Peter for all the young people in regional Oz that need help like this. Blue Rock is just having a great time. I can see that there's a party. Barry Rogers is very happy. Another Andrew Wilson Annan, $250, please. And we say thank you, Andrew. All the good Andrews in the world. Annie Duncan says, well, fantastic, but I would love to say $1,000. And we say thank you, Annie, very much. Nikki Reynolds, $500. Thank you, Nikki. This is so much fun. $22,600 thus far. Ben Holgate, $250 work. Great people and really effective work. $500 from the Charismatic family. Laura, you are an inspiration and superstar. Laura, that's beautiful. Congratulations. We're at $23,350. The Peel Fund have said, well, excuse me, how about $2,000 from us? Incredible. From the Peel Fund, $2,000. Lauren, $100. Thank you very much, Lauren. Such a compelling story and fabulous organization. $200 from Tony Morgan. Thank you, Tony Morgan. How much fun is this? Sean Kamler, hello, Sean, $500 from the Kamler family. Thank you, Kamler family. $100 from Aiden. Thank you, Aiden. $200 from Lisa for your great work, Youth for Life. Thank you. And $150 from Brian. Thank you very, very much. $26,450. No, we're at $26,600. Youth Live for Life, which is a brilliant experience for us to share that. I can feel it. This one from Annie, thank you so much. In memory of the young people gone too soon and the ones we work so hard to keep here. Annie Rowland, $500. Thank you very much. Claire Murphy, it's a proxy, $1,000. $250 as well from Frankie Airy in memory of those we have lost. And absolutely, we send our great love to anybody who is remembering someone very special this evening. We too do. And I guess this is in honor of that, Frankie. $28,350. $100 from Julie in memory of her friend Johnny. Would my dad in Dublin match me? Come on, Dad. We love you. Dad, we're waiting. From the bricklayers in rural communities, Catherine, what a great pledge that is. $150. Thank you very much. And Caitlin, $100. Very, very great. $28,700. An incredible outcome this evening. Youth Live for Life. So much love being shared this evening. It is such a wonderful thing to be part of and to witness, is this generosity and this excitement and energy for the projects that we've heard tonight. I think that's such a significant thing. I will match Julie. My golfing friend lost her daughter. Thank you so much, John, for your generosity. Liam and Dee or Day, Absolutely. 100 from the Leprechauns in Dublin. Is that Papa? Hi. $150 for all the young people we are supporting. That's from Beck. Absolutely. Thank you, Beck. That takes us to an incredible $29,050, which is just incredible. And we know how well this money will do. We heard earlier from Bernard how this money was going to be used, and we know that there is going to be an incredible impact with the money was raised thus far. Janet and Jacques, $200. Thank you. $200 from Dale and Caroline. Thank you, Caroline and Dale. $100 from Erin. Really value the youth mental health training I did. Keep up the great work. Fantastic, Erin. Thank you so much for giving us that insight. $29,550 is what we do. This is so much fun. So I'm very excited when we get to share this. Peter's going to add another $1,000 to this amazing program. A match would be nice if there was anything left in the tank. And of course, we are very grateful for the tank that we've already been able to fill. Not a very good metaphor from me. I apologize. Laura and I are speechless. We cannot thank you all enough. Thank you. Thank you. That's Bernard there, which is so nice to see. Sarah sending a love heart as well, $30,550. Lots of love coming through the chat line. Before we move on and do a really quick second round, just wondering if there is anything more in the tank for this round for Youth Live for Life. Would be great to see before we just do a collective cheer. Get our elbows out. Not yet. Don't get your elbows out just yet. Wait a moment. Just making sure that we're all done and we're all dusted. For this first round, I'm going to do a really quick one in just a moment. Thank you. Dad and John. Oh, that's Julie's dad. It's beautiful. All around the world we are, and all around this state this evening. Okay, I think it's time to say a deep thank you for the generosity that enabled us to raise $30,550. Okay, here we go. We're going to do one more round of pledging just to make sure we didn't miss anyone, or you thought, hang on, I did have more on my Bendigo Food Share, and I've just found some money and Power a New Project and all of that. So we'll do that in just a moment. But I do want to see how Brian is going at Blue Rock this evening, how the crew is going. The first time we said hello, there was a lot of vim and vigor in that room. Brian, are you there? Are you okay? There he is.
An exceptional time here. We are all extremely impressed with your work, and as a group led by our mentor Annie Sprinkle, we would like to thank you. How about a big hand for Jacinta? And Jacinta, just before we go, we would like to show you the Blue Rock Anthem, which we've been working on. We started at 2:00 today. Here we go. Everyone, elbows out, please. That's good. Repeat after me. Shalabalaheo. Shalaho. Shalahe. Oh. Oh. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. Well done.
It looks like a very concerning cult, Brian, but we're very excited because I can see the use of those elbows. Very effective.
And I won't be in at work tomorrow because we're all going to Bendigo, Geelong and Ballarat. I'll see you next week.
Okay, I can do the show myself this Friday. No worries at all. Let's kick off with our second round. Very nice to see you all there. This is a fast buzzer round. So you get in, you do what you're going to do, and you make it very meaningful. Bendigo Food Share is where we're taking pledges for. Again, just a really quick round. We're currently at $21,000 for the Bendigo Food Share. We heard the incredible work that was shared by Bridget, such a very respectful way to support community members who need access to food, sustenance, and to hear that there are people in our community that are going without is certainly not okay. And thanks so much to the work of organisations like Bendigo Food Share that can stop. But they do need our support. So if you have anything extra in your pocket, now would be the time just to check through, get past the tissues. Oh, $200 from Bridget's mum. Thank you, Bridget, and your wonderful work that you do. Your mum must be awfully proud of you. So thank you, Mum. $1,000 from Bell Family Fund for anyone, anywhere to match. Oh, we love it when this happens. Bell Family, we love you and we thank you. And if anyone feels like just being a friend to the Bell family and a friend to Bendigo Food Share, now is the time. $500 from Claire Murphy Proxy. Thank you very much for that. What a great little thing that is. Annie Duncan just keeps on keeping on. Thank you, Annie Duncan. $500, which becomes a wonderful match. That takes us to $23,200. Checking that we can maybe support Bendigo Food Share slightly more before we move on to our next organisation, but Bendigo Food Share. Bridget's mum's there. We want to make Bridget's mum feel joy like she hasn't felt in some time by just, a bit more support for Bendigo Food Share this evening. It's been beautiful, $23,200. Oh, a sweet farewell and congrats to all from the amazing Peter. $2,000 Bendigo Food Share. I hope that Peter is getting waved off and maybe carried out on someone's shoulders from somewhere this evening. Peter, thank you so much for your incredible support throughout the evening. And I know these organisations will benefit greatly from your wonderful support this evening. Thank you, Peter. $25,200 currently for Bendigo Food Share. We'll give it just a tiny bit more because it is a fast round. So if you do have anything, throw it up now and we'll be awfully grateful. Oh, sorry, my bad. It was $3,000. You can make those sort of mistakes, Julie. That is completely fine. Peter, thank you very, very, very much. $26,200, which gets us awfully close to a wonderful round figure. But we're very, very grateful for that amount of money to be raised today for Bendigo Food Share. Just another couple of minutes, maybe seconds, until we move on to our next organisation for a very quick round. That's not a glitch. That was me pausing. Say thank you very much to everyone. We have raised $26,200 for Bendigo Food Share. A brilliant outcome and wonderful. Fantastic. Oh, the Peel Fund says $800. I love it when we get these last little flurries. That takes us to $27,000. Jeremy Taylor, thank you. And the Peel Fund, thank you so much. $27,000 is an incredible outcome. I'm so excited to share that information really soon. Bridget saying thank you, thank you, thank you. And I know Bridget's mum is going to be very happy as well. Fantastic work. All right, let's go to our next organisation, the Power in You project. We know that Kane's family is with us this evening as well, and we heard from him and his passion around the incredible work that is had. And when we asked him, how does it work so well? And he's like, well, we are supporting, we come from lived experience, we understand, and we are there, and it matters. And so that is an enormous contribution to some of the really difficult times that we're seeing people going through, especially post-COVID. During that time, the isolation was incredible. So the Power in You project, we're going to see if we can raise any more money for that project. $22,000 is what we've done, which is an incredible outcome as it is. But as I said, if you have anything extra that you could pledge to increase their capacity for support, now is the time to pop it in the chat box so that we can celebrate. And I'm so looking forward to sharing that with Kane later this evening. I know he's out there. $22,000, the Power in You project. Is there any more that we could add to that amount this evening? We won't wait very long here, but we'd love to see any extra amount that you may have for it this evening. Bell family, you're wonderful. $1,000 looking for a match this evening. Thank you, Bell family. And we saw some wonderful matching happening moments ago when you suggested the same thing. Is there a match? Bell family's just wondering, with a very effective emoji. We're at $23,000. Is there a way that we can increase the work that Kane is able to do in the Power in You project? One final SMS from the amazing Peter. Peter, $3,000 to round it up and match the Bells family. Great work, Kane, is the message. Oh, thank you so much, Peter. It's incredible. We're at $26,000. Sarah Matthews said, not on my watch. I want to add a little bit more to that. And we say thank you, Sarah, so much. $100 there. $2,000 from the Peel Fund. Great work, Kane. Don't you love it at this bit when suddenly it's like, woo! We're at $28,100, just like that. Incredible. Thank you, Peel Fund. Thank you, Belle. Thank you, Sarah. Kane's very excited. You are all amazing. It is such a strangely wonderful thing to do, even in this virtual world where you feel such a deep connection to people in your community that want to support the work that you do, because we see how important it is and how it's being done for us. $28,100. We'll move on in just one more moment. How cool. My face is hurting from smiling. It happens every time I do this. Wonderful. $28,100. I will even cope with the uneven number unless anyone wants to do anything about that very quickly. Rob and Jen, good on you. Love Mum and Dad. So proud of you, Kane. $100. Thank you, Kane, your wonderful family participating in the support. $28,200. Taking a deep breath. Doesn't have to get to 500, but if it did, it would make me sleep a little bit better this evening. And we know how hard it is right now. From a country Irish girl living in the Big Smoke, another 100 from me, 100 from John and Rhonda as well. Thank you, John and Rhonda. $28,400. And just one more 100 would make my life a much easier one to get to sleep tonight. I'm awfully tired. Would love a good rest. $28,400. Just about to move on. How are you all feeling? I feel like one of those people that should say, are you done? Caitlin says, no, I'm not. $100 from Caitlin, taking us to our magical $28,500. And the wonderful Katrina Sparkle, $100. You know, when you need a little sparkle, Katrina is there for you. Making it another awkward moment as we cross over that threshold into $28,600. Kane says, clearly, legends. Such a powerful word. So grateful. $28,600 is such a good way for us to go this evening. Thank you. I'm just going to quietly say we are moving on. That is all for the Power in You project. Well done. Elbows out. Get that little thing going on. Even if you're by yourself on a couch, just know that we're all here together in a virtual reality of goodness with each other. All right, for our final organization and our final little whip around to see what's in your pockets, Youth Live for Life. We heard so much wonderful stuff from Bernard earlier. We know he's out there. The wonderful family as well. $30,550. Actually, very good. But is there any more in and around, maybe in your socks? Have you checked your shoes? In those Ugg boots? Did you remember that you put $10,000 in there once just to hide it? Greg and Yale says, well, kind of. $250. Thank you, Greg and Yale. $500 from Jay Gurry, in memory of my great mate, Scotty Brackley, legend. That's lovely. Thank you very much, Jay Gurry. Wonderful. Jonathan, $500. And we all remember Scotty Brackley this evening. $31,300 thanks to your wonderful extra contributions. How are we going? Is there any more for us to add to that wonderful amount? Youth Live for Life. Same deal from the Bell Family Fund. Can we get a match out there? $1,000 from Bell Family. $250 from Paula via text. Hi, Paula. And last chance, remember, there aren't that many days to the end of the financial year. That's a good one. $100 from Peter D. Love you, Peter D. Or as Brian likes to say, the bellies. Love a bit of Brian action out there at Blue Rock. $100 from Miranda and Leslia. Leslia, very proud of you, Laura. We do love you, Laura, and we know you're out there. You've been very, very inspiring this evening. So nice to hear from you. $32,750 is what we have been able to conjure this evening. It is so exciting. But is there any more? The Bellies, as we like to call them, the Bell Family Fund has raised $1,000, contributed, I should say. And there's a bit really, we need friendship in this giving game that we have. $1,000. Can we find a match for them? We do like them to feel warm and cozy, not alone. $100 from Beatrix Cates. Thank you very much. And last, $250 from Frankie Airy, to remember that mate that went through the program and saved his friend's life. Amazing work. Thank you. Katrina Sparkle is back. $250 for Joe Hastings' grandchildren. That's beautiful. If you've got some texts as well, you can send them to 0447 655 245 if you would like to. But we are having an awfully good time in this chat environment. And I thank you so much for this evening's joy. 33,350. We will end it momentarily. I don't think we've got a match for the Bellies yet, so you've still got an opportunity to throw down $1,000 for the Bell Family Fund. Taking a deep breath because we're about to finish our evening, and just, you know, wouldn't it feel like you'd be like, wow, that's right. I had $50,000. Oh, look at this. The Peel Fund. You are wonderful. Matching the bells. $1,000 from the Peel Fund, which is incredible. 34,350. Uh-oh. Wait, we have something coming. Peels, you're amazing. I feel very nervous and excited when the Blue Rock Room says to wait. It has to be a good thing, I think, unless it's the song again, which I'm not sure that we're ready for. I think they're doing a good job in their own environment. What's happening from the Blue Rock Room? I'm getting awfully close to the camera with my eyeballs. Okay. Whoa. Whoa. $8,500 from Paul and Angela to go to $50,000 to bring it to a new region. Is there screaming? Is there whooping? Is there jumping up and down? Is this what's happening around Victoria right now? Are the elbows out? I think they will be. We have just raised. Bernard is in the chat box. What else can you do? Oh, my holy wow, says Julie. Love hearts. There's lots of screaming in the Blue Rock Room. It's so exciting to know. Holy moly, says Liam. Screaming and Woolloomooloo. Oh, shall we see if we can get them back up? Yes, let's get the Blue Rock Room back up where the screaming and hooping and hollering are happening. Oh, who are we getting back up? The room, the people, all the things. Let's do it. Thank you. There we are, Brian.
Come on, let's hoop and holler. And what about Annie Sprinkle?
This is so exciting for so long.
What about Jacinta? That's weird. Oh, it's going to look good in a moment.
I'm so scared. How wonderful. Bernard is saying, Laura and I are trembling here, and it's not because of the cold in Woodend. It's your amazing generosity. We have also got $250 from Adam Knight at the Tullarook Hotel. We should bring the presenters back up one by one. How about that? This is the best time when we get to actually see them and to say congratulations and thank you for your work. Wood End Posse at the pub is so thrilled. It's so much fun. Let us first welcome back Bridget at the Bendigo Food Share to celebrate the great experience that we had this evening. Bridget!
Wow, that was really fun and amazing. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you very much to the Funding Network and to Faye for her amazing pitch coaching. Really, really appreciated it. The whole experience has been really positive. And then, of course, what's happened tonight has been incredible. We are so excited with our project, our new warehouse, being able to get more food in and out to those that need it across Central Victoria, and now the development of our social supermarket. So thank you so much for all of your support. We really, really appreciate it from Bendigo Food Share.
Thank you. And thank you so much for the work that you do. It's just so exciting, and we can't wait to hear how it will go from strength to strength. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Jacinta.
And say hi to your mum.
Ew.
Wonderful. All right. I think it's time for us to say a big hello to Kane, who we met earlier on, who brought us the Power in You project and some incredible stories and some incredible work that they are doing. We have raised $28,600 for the work that they are doing to work in mental health and also addiction space. Kane is coming. Hello, Kane.
Hey, I just that was awesome. So grateful for everybody's generosity. This doesn't just support the people that come to our program, but the flow-on effects that it has, throughout families, and the community as a whole, is something that, I'll be forever grateful for. Like I said, this is only just the start of what the Power in You project has to offer, and we look forward to continuing to be, the best support service, in the Victoria area, and the new standard of care when dealing with people with, challenges, mental health, drug and alcohol. And like I said, we'll continue to wrap our arms around people because, we actually, we really care here, and, we want people just to be the best they can be. So, with everyone's kindness tonight, that helps us to be able to, take our weekend stuff to the next level and make sure that, everybody has the right to connection and everybody, has somewhere to be. So, again, the Funding Network, Blue Rock, Give 52, these opportunities just don't come, just come around every day. We'll be forever grateful. And if anybody ever wants to come down to Geelong or they're in the area, feel free to get in touch. Come and check out the drop-in centre. We're really, really proud of what we do here. And I encourage everyone to come down because, it's a really, really nice place to be. So again, thank you. And I hope to see you all soon.
So good. And say hi to your beautiful family, Kane, who I know were watching and supporting you tonight.
I'm also very blessed with a beautiful family.
Congratulations on your work. And again, we're so excited to see what you'll do, and we look forward to hearing.
Thank you.
Well done, Kane, and the Power in You project. Just wonderful and so exciting to see the incredible work that is happening, as we said, in our regions. All right. Well, I think Bernard, I'm very excited to see Bernard, who brought us this evening, Youth Live for Life. Have we got Bernard?
You got both of us.
Hey.
We're standing outside in Wood End and it's freezing. You've had Laura and I in tears, basically. We're speechless.
Hearts are so full. Thank you so much.
Live for Life is coming down to Gippsland. We're already in the Bor local government area, and we're going to come in down to Bass Coast and South Gippsland. So thank you, Funding Network. Thank you to Blue Rock, you're amazing. To Give 52, Jacinta, Brian, you guys are amazing. I'm a big fan of both of yours, but anyway.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
Can't thank you.
Yay! So good. 42,850 going with Live for Life. It's just going to be incredible. And congratulations to the two of you. Thank you both for sharing your stories and your work, and great luck.
And I just want to, the Funding Network, it is an amazing process. Like, we learned so much going through it. And also, I just want to say, Kane and Bridget, the work they're doing, because it all feeds in to the mental health issues that we're seeing across our community. Food shortages and leading to drug and alcohol problems and that. So we're all working together in rural and regional Victoria. So big thank you.
Well, really, it's a big thank you from us to you in the small way that we've been able to contribute tonight. But we know there's big things will happen with all of you. Congratulations and thank you again.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jacinta.
It's so good. How much fun is this? $98,450. We should say $100 from Declan, from the Wood End crew, represent coming through as well. So that's taken us to $98,450. Oh, it's so good. We need to say a huge thank you to our presenters, not only for tonight, but of course for the work that they do day in, day out to make sure that our environments are better places for us all. So what you need to do is take a moment to look at the other ways that you might be able to support these amazing organisations, pro bono or in-kind support. If you're able to help or you'd like to get in touch, please email TFN or let us know in the chat box and we'll also connect you. You can fulfill your pledge right now. You can see that little green button at the bottom. You'll also receive a link tomorrow via email, or you can go to our website anytime. When you fulfill your pledge, please consider an extra contribution to the Funding Network. Any gift, large or small, will help us also continue to run events like this and support grassroots non-profits. Tomorrow we'll send you a link to tonight's stream so you can also share with your networks and encourage others to support through an extended campaign over the next 2 weeks. We're going to update you on the impact of your support over the coming weeks and months as well. Ben Goodsir for Live for Life would like to throw $100 down. Thank you, Ben Goodsir. We never stop taking those pledges. Don't you worry. Thank you once again to our amazing event partners, the Bede Blue Rock Foundation. How great that you've been able to have that gathering tonight. And Give 52 as well. How incredible your support, as well as the Foundation for Rural and Regional Renewal. You go and say that tonight 4 times. Until we meet again, thank you. Thank you, Brian, and to all the people that have joined us throughout all of your parties and hookups tonight. It's been so much fun. I'm in my lounge room, but I feel like I'm somewhere else. Thank you for your generosity and support. Stay safe. Have a great evening, and hopefully we'll see you at another TFN event really soon.